Hey everybody, welcome to the Welch Review. Today we will be talking about a very interesting film called Cop Car.
Yeah.
It's a pretty small production. Who do we got?
So in this one you have Kevin Bacon's the real power hitter of this film as Sheriff Kretzer. You have Hayes Welford as Harrison, James Friedsam Jackson as Travis, Shea Wiggum as Man of the Trunk. And it was written and directed by Jon Watt, who after this movie went on to helm the new Spider-Man films with Tom Holland, so Far From Home and Homecoming.
I really love that guy's name is just Man in the Trunk.
Man in the Trunk.
Yeah, so this movie, it's pretty self-explanatory. Name's Cop Car. It's about
A fire truck.
Yeah, a fire truck. Who would have seen it coming?
Sorry, go ahead.
So it's about some kids who ran away from home.
Yep, Hayes Welford and James Friedsam Jackson, two kids who are, they're like in Montana or something.
It's somewhere out west. Basically, it's all just plains and flat. So it's definitely out in the Midwest. But yeah, so they're just walking around and they see a cop car. And there's nobody near it, and the doors are unlocked and the keys are in the car. It's just in the middle of nowhere under a tree. So they think, you know, it would be smart if we stole this cop car. We're like 10. We know how this works.
We've been to the movies.
Yeah. So naturally, like I said, they steal the cop car, and that's when all of like the issues start to come up. Mm-hmm. So what are those issues? What's going on?
Well, like one of the issues, like Sam said, it seems like the kids themselves, they each come from troubled homes, right? Harrison lives with his grandmother. Doesn't seem like his parents are in the picture, or something's happened to him. It doesn't elaborate. And then Travis, his mother seems like she remarried to a gentleman who is a bit of an a-hole. So home is not really great for either of these kids. So there's that. Then, they don't really know how to drive, so they're figuring that out, which is interesting. But I think the real trouble is the sheriff, who seems to be involved in some sort of the drug trade.
Yeah, cocaine.
Specifically in cocaine. So it makes you wonder if he's in with the cartel, or if he himself is a dealer within the town, or whatever his role is. He's involved in drugs, and he's disposing of bodies, right? So there's that. So now he's got his cop car is missing. In the trunk is a dude, is a dude, right? Who he plans on killing, and now he's free and as possible could tell people about it. So he's in a whole heck of paranoia, and what am I gonna do? And that ensues the big trouble. Is he going to get caught? Right?
Yeah, so basically they steal this car while he's disposing of one of the bodies.
Yep.
So they steal this car, no idea about anything, obviously. And they're just driving around being stupid kids who now have a car. Meanwhile, this guy's, booking it across the field, trying to lie to the
sheriff's department.
cops, sheriff's department, to convince them that he still has his car and everything's fine and there's nothing to worry about. And he's trying to get his car back before the kids find out about anything and before anybody else figures out what's going on.
Yeah, like his ploy.
Yeah.
What he's been hiding behind the badge. And I gotta say, like Sam's saying, through this whole thing, Kevin Bacon really does carry this movie very well. He plays a very paranoid sheriff, very, very well. You can see the emotion in his face and in his, his body movements, his body language, right? I also think it's funny when Kevin Bacon does cocaine.
Yeah.
Because it's just like,
yeah.
I don't know. You just don't think. But I think actors who maybe do cocaine, Kevin Bacon's not one of them.
I can see it.
Yeah?
Yeah, why not?
Oh, okay, fair enough.
You need to get over Friday the 13th somehow.
So he plays this paranoid, constantly looking over his shoulder, trying to stay like one foot ahead of everybody.
Yeah.
Very, very well. He does that very well. There's a lot of dialogue-less scenes also in this movie, and child acting is hit or miss.
Yeah.
And these kids in the beginning like they suck. Like they suck hard. It's not really, I think, until like they find the dude in the trunk that they become moderately decent.
Yeah, so like the beginning, I'm not sure if it's just the child acting or if it's the script.
Like the pacing of it?
Well, no, just what they have them doing. They're just saying swear words while they walk.
Like,
one says them, and then the other just walks behind him like an idiot and repeats the words that the other says. So like it doesn't make sense. No kid that I know does that.
Right.
Like you might be saying swear words with your friends, but you're not just mimicking one of your friends.
Like a parrot?
Like a parrot, yeah. Or parroting. Ha, perfect. So child acting I don't think was the best in this film, but it comes in waves. So like you were saying, in the beginning it's bad, in the middle it's okay, in the end I think it's bad again. But it's not as bad as the beginning.
Right, it's not as bad. They improve, like you said, in waves. It's a roller coaster. But okay, another thing I thought was really cool was how Jon Watt edited the film together, right? So every time you see Kevin Bacon freaking the flip out, or trying to cover his tracks, it then afterwards cuts to the kids and how they're learning how to drive.
Yeah, they're just joyriding.
And how their joyride is going, and then vice versa, right? If it focuses on the kids for a while figuring stuff out, then it cuts to how Kevin Bacon's trying to, get ahead of the situation, can contain it. So like that type of storytelling and editing I thought was well done. But I guess the big like crazy part is when they do open the trunk and
the guy in the trunk.
There's a dude in the trunk, Shea Wiggum, who actually I thought he stole the show.
Yeah, I thought that he did fine. He's just like a crazy drug dealer
in a robe and boots.
Yeah, in a robe and boots and blood all over his face. And he basically takes the kids hostage in an attempt to have a showdown
with the sheriff.
But
how he gets them to help, he's like, I'm gonna give you money and pictures of naked women if you get me out of this.
Yeah, and he doesn't do either of them.
No, he doesn't. But then the scene where he's trying to so he gets them in the car, like you're saying, a hostage. He's trying to figure out where to hide. Like he tries to hide in the bush. Then he tries to hide behind the beam, the fucking light post. It's just like, can you see me? Fuck, they can see me.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's unintentionally funny.
Yeah. I mean, it's quirky, and I definitely think that works for making it funny.
Shea Wiggum is such an underrated actor, and he's so good at doing weird shit and making it seem normal and fun.
Yeah, no, that's true.
So that man deserves a spotlight. Shea Wiggum, you're the man, right? I look forward to seeing you in more stuff.
Yeah, well, I'm not going to say what happens. I like their implementation of cows.
Yes.
I think that's very appreciated.
Also, these kids are stupid as shit when it comes to guns.
Yeah.
They're just like, what's wrong with it? Looking down the barrel.
They have the safety on. They're like, don't fire. What's going on? And they're just, pointing it at their
faces.
At another time, they're like, hey, put on this bulletproof vest so I can test shooting you.
Yeah. That's a game.
Yeah, they're pretty quality stupid, but, that's, to some extent, kids are dumb.
Yeah.
Not that I guess they're dumb, but just they do stupid things.
You're fair.
Because when you think you're invincible,
you
do a lot of dumb stuff.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Cop Car, unexpectedly decent. It wasn't the best film I've ever seen by any stretch, but I don't regret watching it. At first, when Steph was like, "Hey, let's watch this movie," I was like, "That sounds like the dumbest idea we could do with our afternoon," but it turned out to be okay. If you have nothing to do, I'd watch it.
Yeah, Cop Car is a good time killer. It's a interesting take on the whole naive coming of age happen upon.
I don't know if it's a coming of age film.
Well, in the end, it's totally a coming of age film because he's gotta go past the Call of Duty.
Maybe for one of them, Steph.
Yeah. Well, we'll leave it with that. It's an interesting movie. Here it is. It's a nice. Well, not nice. It's a decent small film. You know, it's not bad. Kevin Bacon is good. Definitely watch it for Shea Wiggum. That guy's the man. Totally steals the show. Watch it for Shea Wiggum. That's all I have to say.
Yeah.
So, this has been the Welch Review. We'll see you next time.